Just finished watching a new Deadpool and Wolverine movie. And let me say, pretty good. And if you love the first two movies, you're definitely going to love this movie because not only have they improved the fighting, they improved the effects, they improved the casting roles. Basically, everything improved with the new Disney budget coming in. Now, when I say Disney budget or Disney attached to it, don't worry. It's not going to be like the other Marvel movies where the corny jokes and the corny side effects. No, it seems like everything they've been doing up after Endgame, all the budgets have been going towards this movie because, man, let me tell you, the effects, phenomenal. Chef's kiss. Now, let me go into the summary of the movie because, honestly, it's hard to talk about the movie without spoiling anything. It's very heavy spoiler. I'll try to, as much as I possibly can. But first off, the story. Story-wise, basically, Deadpool's just trying to save his universe. That's all I'll say. And he somehow meets Wolverine. That's no spoiler. It's in the trailer. We've seen that many times. But he goes through his hijinks. Now, comedy-wise, very funny. If you like the previous two movies, comedy's still the same, you know, hijinks, high-paced comedy, very quick, witty jokes, making fun of itself. Of course, that's going to be there. Fights, personally, I enjoy them. At times, it does get a little shaky with the camera, especially at one certain fight. The camera's shaking intensely. So much stuff is going on, you can hardly tell who's fighting who. But that's a very small, minor critique. Everything else is phenomenally done. What else can I say? By now, I can see how some people can criticize the comedy of Deadpool because, again, it's not going to be for everyone. It's going to be very witty, not taking anything seriously at times. It does sound like internet humor, of course. It's not very, like, intelligent, brain-thinking humor. No, it's just very, you know, internet humor. But besides that, let's see. Their use of slow motion is very effective because it's not going to be like one of those typical action movies where everything's in slow motion, seeing a bullet go through the tiny hole. No. It'll go through slow motion, then go to practical effects. Perfectly done. Not one movement is going to be overdone. Everything's mostly original action. It reminds me of John Wick in a sense, where everything's brutal, but not too gory to the sense where it's not unwatchable. Everything moves fluidly. The fights, again, like the fight, I can't say anything more about the action. Everything moves fluidly. But man, how can I say this without spoiling it? Well, there's times in the movie where you're might want to see the other Marvel entertainment franchises, such as the Loki TV series. But that's not really necessary, as it sort of explains why they are there, why a certain group of people are there. But again, it's not necessary. You can go through the movie while watching any number of movies, which is perfectly why I love it the most, because unlike the other one, this is its own set-alone universe. There are times when the music does get a little, you know, no original sound score. It's all going to be pop cultural hits, which I think it perfectly fits in this movie because, again, Deadpool's a very fourth wall-breaking movie. There are scenes where the comedy does sort of slow down the scene, or break it down, or try to pull it down. Like, there could be a serious scene, and then out of nowhere, Deadpool will be something, we'll say, witty line, which again, some fans will love it, some will definitely hate it. But personally, I enjoyed it. All the music scores, all pop culture hits, they fit perfectly well. But again, if you don't like the Billboard Top 100s, you're not going to like it. And a final note, this movie, Deadpool and Wolverine, is going to be a very nostalgia bomb. It's like coming home from college or a time away from home, and you go to your room and everything's in the exact same place. It's going to be leaving you teary-eyed. It doesn't overstay its welcome. It perfectly fits in this movie. Again, story-wise, it's just not like, hey, here's this person. Hey, here's this person. Remember this guy? He was in this movie. No, it fits in the well movie. And Deadpool and Wolverine, I give it a 8.5 out of 10.